Good morning. How are you? I hope you're fine and I welcome you all to my class. Children, today I am going to teach you narration. So first of all, this is not a very easy topic. It's if you will keep on revising, then you will not get confused. Otherwise, children, a lot of rules are there to be learned. Otherwise, you will be confused. So whatever I am saying to you, you have to listen very carefully. Okay, so I think this word is not new. Everybody know what is a narration. Narration is also known as um, there are two names of narration. Okay, so one is direct speech and indirect speech. Indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Okay, so what is a narration? Narration is known as a direct speech. Narration is also known by the name of it is direct and indirect speech. And children, indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Okay, so first of all, I would like to tell you that what is a direct speech, then I will be telling you what is an indirect speech, then parts of direct and indirect speech, and then children, some rules we will be doing it. So this is the way I am going to teach you, and you have to sit with your books and pen, copies and pen, so that you can note all the important rule which I am telling you here. So first of all, narration, that is direct or indirect speech. So I am starting with what is a direct speech. What is a direct speech? Okay. What is a direct speech? Okay, so the whatever we say exactly, whatever come from our mouth, those exact word is known as a direct speech. So whatever children come from our mouth, that is a direct speech. I hope you've understood. So what is a children direct speech? We have to write it now. Time for writing and making your notes. Okay, when the speaker the exact word of the speaker, we can write like this: the exact words of the speaker is a direct speech. Okay, and it is written in inverted comma. For example, Sita said, "Come here." So children, you can see this sentence. Sita said, "Come here." So children, Sita said, "Come here." This is a direct speech. Come here is a direct speech because this is the exact word said by Sita, and it is written in the inverted comma. So once again children, I am going to tell you what is a direct speech. What is a direct speech? Direct speech is that speech which are the exact word of the speaker. Whatever we said, exactly those words are written in inverted comma. So that is a direct speech. Okay, those words are written in inverted comma. That is a direct speech. Okay, so you will not forget it. Alright, and now one more example I am going to say, write it. Ram said, I want to eat ice cream. Okay. Now Ram is saying, and what he is saying, I want to eat ice cream. And children, you can see this is written in the inverted comma. This two word is written in the inverted comma. So children, what is this? I want to eat ice cream. This is told by Ram, is said by Ram, and this I want to eat ice cream is the exact word of the speaker. So this is a direct speech. Okay, now I will write about indirect speech. I will tell you what is a indirect speech. So, and children, direct and indirect speech is known as narration. Okay, so don't get confused. Direct and indirect speech is known by the name of narration. So don't get confused. Narration and direct and indirect speech are the same thing. Now one more thing I would like to tell, that once again I repeat that whatever the exact word of the speaker is there, that is a direct speech. Okay, now I am going to write what is a indirect speech. So children, the exact word of the speaker, okay, if you will tell that exact word of the speaker to somebody else, if you will tell that exact word of the speaker to somebody else, okay, not the exact word, but those exact word is change, some form of those word sentences change, and if you will say to other, then that is an indirect speech. Okay, so what is an indirect speech? When we express the speaker's words in our own words. Okay, so please write it. When we speak the speaker's words. So when we express the speaker's word, when we express the speaker's words in our own words, then making due changes. One more thing we can add here, making due changes, then that is an indirect speech. Okay, so children, when we express the speaker's word or words in our own words, making due changes, then that is an indirect speech. Okay, now or it is also known as reported speech. Okay, it is also known as reported speech. Okay, so children, when the exact word of the speaker, when we make some due changes and when it is told to some other person that the exact word is not said, we make due changes and we express it differently, then that is known as indirect speech. Now, for example, Joy told Alan that Joy told. Now children, since it is not the exact word of the speaker, we will not write anything in the inverted comma, this you have to see, since it is not the exact word of the speaker, so we will not write it in the inverted comma. Joy told Alan that he was doing his work. Joy told Alan that he was doing his work. So you can see no inverted comma, that means not the exact word of the speaker. Okay, so now children, let me tell you again what is the difference between direct speech and indirect speech. When the exact word of the speaker, is there, then that is a direct speech. When the exact word of the speaker is told in our own words, making due changes, then that is an indirect speech. Right? So when we express the speaker words in our own words, making new changes, and that is an indirect speech. It is also known as reported speech. Joy told Alan that he was doing his work. Now you can see this is not the exact word of the speaker. There is no inverted comma also. So this is an indirect speech. Indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Now student, I will be telling you about the two parts of the direct speech. There are two parts and you have to understand these parts, otherwise you won't be able to understand the rules and regulation of direct and indirect speech. So understanding these two parts is very, very important. Now children, I will be telling you about the two parts of direct speech, okay, or two parts of the narration. Direct and indirect speech is also known by the name of narration. So I am going to tell you. So children, the sentence is, Joy said to Alan, I am doing my work. So you can read this sentence, children. Okay, George said to Alan, I am doing my work. I think I should write it here. Then okay, Joy said to Alan, I am doing my work. Okay. So children, you can see, read this sentence. Joy said to Alan. Children, you can see there is a comma in between the two sentences. One is Joy said to Alan and the other is I am doing my work. Now children, you see that one part we have to, the first part is before this comma, the comma which is there in the center, and this is known as reporting part. This part is known as reporting part, and children, the most important thing, the very, very important thing is reporting verb. Okay. So children, thus there are two parts in this sentence. The sentence is Joy said to Alan, I am doing my work. So you can see there are two parts here. So one part we are taking which is before this comma. There will always be comma, children, in indirect sentence. So one sentence we are taking before this comma is here. And what is this part? Joy said to Alan. So children, the first part which is before this comma is known as reporting part, and the verb here is known as reporting verb. So children, the major change is there when we have to see the reporting verb, and the part which is there in the inverted comma, that is known as reported part. So this part which is there inside the inverted comma, this is known as reported part. Okay, so this is known as reported part, reporting part and reported part, right? So children, we can see this is the reported verb, this is the reported verb. Okay, the most important thing in all this thing is the reporting verb. It is the, when we see the reporting verb, then only children we decide that what changes, what rule we have to apply. So this reporting verb is very important. Okay, so now I will be proceeding. Now I will be telling you some more important thing. Okay, and so don't forget there are two parts of narration. One is before this comma, reporting part, and children, the most very important thing is this reporting verb. It determines all the changes, and then this part is there, which is there in that inverted comma, is known as reported part. Okay, now let's continue the next thing. Now I will be telling you about, children, few things. So how to change direct speech into indirect speech. So before we start changing a direct speech into a reported speech, we should keep the following things in mind. No change is done in the tense of reporting speech. So children, we don't have to do any changes in the tense of the reporting speech. What is a reporting speech? Children, the matter which comes before the central comma, that is a reporting speech. So the tenses will not be changed. It is the reporting verb that determines the changes. So the tenses of the reporting verb should be studied carefully. Okay, so this 2 point you have to note it down. This is very important children points. So first point, no change narration. No change is done in the tense of reporting speech. Okay, and it is the reporting verb that determines the changes. So the tense of the reporting verb should be studied carefully. Okay, so what is the reporting verb? Like he said to Ellen, you can see here, like he said, or Joy said to Ellen. So this is a reporting part, and this is a reporting verb. Okay, I am doing my work. Joy said to Ellen, I am doing my work. So this is a reported part which is there inside the inverted comma. This is a reporting part. Okay, so children, you have to see. Alright. Before that, I would like to explain you what is the subject and object of the verb. So children, the noun or pronoun which comes before the verb, that is known as the subject of the verb, and noun or pronoun which comes after the verb, that is known as the object of the verb. Children, this you will need when I will be telling you about the reporting part. So children, reported verb, we already know what is a reported verb. The noun or pronoun which comes before the reporting verb, it is a subject of that sentence, and noun or pronoun which comes after the reporting verb, that is the object of that sentence. So this you must know. Now so once again children, I repeat, what is a reported speech or a direct or indirect speech? So direct or indirect speech is known as also known as narration. And children, when we write the exact word of the speaker, that is a direct speech. When we write the exact word of the speaker, that is a direct speech. And when we write, children, when we write the exact word of the speaker is a direct speech. And when we write, children, that somebody's words in our own words, when we say that something to them and there is a due changes in that, then that is an indirect speech. Okay, indirect or reported speech, when we express the speaker's word in our own words making due changes, it is known as indirect or reported speech. Joy told Alan that he was doing his work. So different parts of a narration. Okay, I've already told you what is a direct speech. Direct speech is the exact word of the speaker. Indirect speech, when that exact word of the speaker, when we tell to somebody else in our own words making due change, that is a indirect speech. All right. And now children, different parts also I have told you about narration. The part which is outside the reported comma is a reporting part, and the verb there is a reporting verb. As you can see here, this is a comma here in this sentence, and the sentence which is outside the central comma is a reporting part. The verb this side is a reporting verb, and the part which is there inside the inverted comma is a reported part, and doing is a reported verb. Now children, it is the reporting verb which determines the changes. Now that I will be telling you. Now children, when reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense. Now this you have to see. When reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense, then what we have to do? When reporting verb is in the present or future tense, then certain step has to be taken. Okay, and that I have to tell you now. I will be telling you and you have to note it down. So when reporting verb is in present or future tense, then children, what you have to do? So when reporting verb is in present or future tense, then we have to see few things. Says to is changed into tense. Okay. Now this I will make you understand. Now children, what was the sentence? Joy said to Ellen. Now for understanding this, you have to understand first. I will write the sentence. Joy said to Ellen. What was the sentence which I have to tell? I am doing my work. You can look at the sentence, okay? And here this is a, if you will say this, Joy says to Ellen, okay, not said. So children, if the reporting verb, this thing, is in present or future tense, so you have to see children, what is the reporting verb here? Reporting verb here is says. What is the reporting verb here? Reporting verb here is says, okay? So now what I have to see children, if reporting verb here is says, then children, what things, then you can see if the object is there. This is the subject, this is the reporting verb, and this is the object. Now children, if object is there, then what will you write? Joy tells. Okay, and here if it is in future say will say, then will tell will be there. Okay, so you have to see children this thing. So I think this first one is clear to you. Now let me make you understand. So the sentence is Joy says to Ellen. Okay, what is this sentence? Joy says to Ellen, I am doing my work. Now children, here this is subject of the sentence, this is object of the sentence. Now you have to see if object is there present in the sentence, then you don't have to write says. What you have to write? You have to write here Joy tells Ellen. You don't have to children write to also. Okay, you don't have to write to also. So Joy tells Ellen that I am doing my work. Even the tenses will not change because this is present tense. Okay, if the tenses is present tense, so first what is the rule? Says to is changed into tells. So in this way you know how here tells is there. How tells has come here. Okay. So if in the reporting part, if object is there, then says to will change into tells, or will say will change into tell. Use of conjunction that. Now children, secondly you have to remove the central comma and you have to use of the conjunction that. You have to remove the central comma and then you have to use the conjunction that. Then children, third thing children, you have to remove the inverted comma. The removal of the inverted comma. Okay, removal of the inverted comma will be there, and of course children, change in the pronouns of reported part, then there will be a change in the pronoun of the reported part. Okay, this is the fourth point, changes in the pronoun of the reported part, and change if the pronouns are the change and the word will be automatically will change. So the fifth one is changes in the verb. Okay. So changes of the verb will be there according to the change pronoun. So you have to see children, why children I told you that reporting, when reporting verb is in the present or future tense, that means children that is very important. Whenever we have to change from direct to indirect speech, first thing what we do, we see that reporting verb is in present tense or in past tense or in future tense. This we have to see. Okay. If it is in present tense, then what you will do? What you will do? If it is in present tense, then children you have to, while changing from direct to indirect, you have to see this 5 points should be there. Says to is changed into tells. Use of the conjunction that. Removal of the inverted commas. Change in the pronouns of the reported part. Changes in the verb. Okay, changes in the verb. So we can say that changes in the verb are there. Changes if the pronoun will change, the verb will automatically will be changed. Okay, we have to remove the inverted comma. We have to remove the central comma. When we remove the central comma, then says to is changed to tell. Use of the conjunction that. Removal of the inverted comma. Change in the pronoun of the reported part. Change in the verb. So children, you can see. Okay, then the other thing what I want to say to you is that children, like John says to me, I am your friend. Okay, so if we take this sentence, so John says to me, I am your friend. Try to understand this sentence. The sentence is John says to me, I am your friend. I hope you can see the sentence. Now children, this first thing what you have to see the children reporting verb is in present tense or future, so it is in present tense. So what you will say, says to will change into tell. So John's tell, but why it will change into tell? Why not into says? So you have to see if children object will be here, if object will be present here, like me is the object, so you have to write tell. Suppose if the object would not have been here, okay, only John says, and then everything in the inverted comma, it would have not been here to me. So children, then says will remain like that. Okay, then it won't have, it would be, it should not have been changed into says, it should not have been changed into tell. Okay, so says to change into tells when, you can write here, when object is there in the reporting part. Okay, and then children's tenses will not be changed. Okay, so John says to me, so what would be the answer? Since object is here, John's tell me, then remove the second comma. John tells me that, remove the inverted comma, tell me that he is my friend. Okay, so this is there. Now so many things we have to discuss. This is just a starting. In my next video you watch the other rules. Okay, thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Okay, very good. बहुत अच्छा. I was John. I was John. ठीक है, आप एक्सप्लेन करिए, मैं आगे